Welcome to another NEBA Spotlight. I am so happy to present Eileen. Eileen, tell us about you. Tell us about your business.
Okay, thanks, Greg. So this first picture is of my family. John is my spouse. We've been married for 29 years. And then my kids, Kate, she's over on the right. She's a nurse. My son on the left is at UMass Lowell at studying biomedical engineering. And then Maureen is down in Georgia in the Air Force, and she works on cargo planes, search and rescue cargo planes as a mechanic. So that's my family. And a lot of what I do is, related to them because they're special to me. And so I do money coaching. And what that means is I deal with folks in the personal finance space. So when I initially meet with people, my goal is to set them at ease, because if they've had, sort of the gusto to come in and say, hey, I really would like to talk about my finances. Could you help me? That takes a lot for people to do that. So I want to make sure with kid gloves, I take care of them. And so a lot of their journey is about getting budgets in place and reducing debts. Many people struggle with credit card debt and loans. The student loans are starting to become due. So my goal is to get them on track and confident in being able to manage their finances. So oftentimes the biggest areas of money that stress people out, kind of touched on that: credit cards, vehicle loans, student loans, mortgages. The top three are the most prevalent for me. And I think the big question people ask is, can I ever get out of debt? The answer when they work with me is definitely. It might take a little bit of time, but the ship can definitely turn around. This is just sort of a demographic. I won't go into too much of it, but sort of up in that corner where it says the average credit card is 16%, it's actually closer to 30 now on average. And that's very painful. Many people don't have an emergency fund, which, it really then causes, it just makes people's life a little bit more stressful. So some of the things that I like to teach are some of the money wasters that we do. We all do them. We might have insurance that we don't necessarily need. I was guilty of refinancing my home too much, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm not really saving any money. Paying minimum credit card payments, it doesn't really make any progress. So we want to kind of get that, get to the point where the budget's down and we can start really tackling the credit cards. Emotional spending, I'm very careful now. We're coming into the holidays and I get very festive and gotta kind of take it easy on that and just kind of have a list. Last year I was really good. I kept to my budget. It was the first year ever. And I had a list of what I was getting people and I stuck to it. Paying for unused gym memberships, that's definitely something that people could take a peek at. Meal prepping instead of spending out in restaurants. And then the keeping up with the Joneses. Marketing is very easy. It's seamless. Amazon and I have had to come with a respectful place because I always lose. We have to be careful of our shopping behavior, engaging with customers. They're really good at it. I buy those Nike sneakers and boy, they track me for months. And then the urgency, to try to be careful of that urgency that we have that marketing creates. One of the things that I really help people with, and I've gotten to know well, is the Every Dollar app. When I'm working with people, if we could put the roadmap together of what's going on in their budget, then we could start taking a look at, okay, how can we make these changes? What can we do different to get to the goals that people have? Not sure if I have time for this. But anyway, so she's a financial expert and she talks about common sense principles. And so one of the things that I like to teach is live on less than you make. Let's say someone makes $5,000 a month that they bring home and their bills are $6,000 a month. We have some work to do to get that to a better place. My grandmother used to always teach me, if you don't have the money, don't buy it, or save up for it. Talk about money even when it's hard, especially with the spouse. It's not the easiest thing to do. My husband and I have to hold hands so that we don't kill each other. And then logging into a bank account. How much money is actually in there? do I have enough to pay the mortgage? These are some books that oftentimes I'll recommend. I'll send one of these to, a new client. The first one really kind of focuses on college and how to pay for college, how to pay down student loans. The second one is Dave Ramsey. He kind of talks about overall all kinds of finances. And then Chris Hogan talks about what does the average millionaire look like, which oftentimes accountant and teachers are the top two. So it's not necessarily what you make, it's what you keep. And questions?
What's the best way to reach you if people do want to learn more about your services or do have questions for you?
How's that?
Oh, look at that.
Email's a great way. That's one of I am checking my email all the time. So if people like emails, but I have LinkedIn, I've got Facebook, I've got my website. My website leads right into my email. So
Eileen, how do people pay you if they have money issues?
that's an excellent question. Well, a lot of times just within the first month of working together, we can usually find my fee plus some. So, and you know what, I'll work with people and, we can put a plan together. So I have yet to have where I can't find people more than well over mine, especially as the months go along. Good question.
Great question. Anyone else? This is great. Well, Eileen, we look forward to supporting you. And thank you so much for this presentation today.
Thanks for having me.